Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Movie vs. Comic, and today I'll be comparing the movie Captain America Civil War to Marvel Civil War, the comic this was based on. Well, loosely, though, because it's not really a direct adaptation, because both the movie and the comics have quite a bit of differences. Well, one major difference I'm gonna point out is that this one doesn't have as many characters involved in the conflict as the comic did. The comic has people like the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and characters like Luke Cage and Nighthawk, Hercules, and even Namor involved in the conflict. Here, we've only pretty much had every MCU character, well, every Avenger that's appeared in the MCU in previous films. Because, the Guardians of the Galaxy aren't here, and because, they're in space doing their own shit. Yeah. Anyway. So, for those who don't know, I mentioned in my video explaining why I like Captain America Civil War better than Batman v Superman. I said that this movie did the comic better because it handled the subject matter better than the comic did. Because after reading this in full, I will say I had mixed feelings on it. And in the movie, both sides were easy to root for, but in the comic, not so much. The only real side that was easy to root for in the comic was Cap's side. Because I don't really like how... in some instances, I will say that it is easy to root for Iron Man on some instances, but for the most part, you pretty much root for Cap. Because here, in some instances, in some cases, Iron Man goes from someone who cares about the safety of humanity to someone who's just an outright fascist. And I wasn't a big fan of that. And here, they actually go as far that they're even willing to kill the opposite side at some point. In some instances, this contains a spoiler for those who haven't read the story. Him, Hank Pym, and Reed Richards, they actually make a clone of Thor that ends up killing Goliath. Now, in the movie, they don't want to go that far. They're still pretty much, they know who they're fighting, and they don't want to hurt them. All they want to do is just arrest them and, if they can, convert them to their way of thinking. So, yeah, this is one of the rare cases where the movie is actually better than the comic it's based on. Because I did Logan and Avengers Infinity War, which in my opinion were both every bit as good, if not better, than the comics they're based on. Logan's being based on Old Man Logan, and Infinity Gauntlet being based off of, Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Infinity War being based on the Infinity Gauntlet. And there's also Watchmen, which I did, which was basically almost a complete faithful adaptation of the source material. And there was Spider-Man 3, where the movie was crap and the comic was amazing. In this case here, I love the movie. The comic, I kind of have mixed feelings on. It's definitely worth a read for fans, but at the same time, it can also kind of alienate a good portion of its fan base. So yeah, the story is actually pretty divisive. This one, some love it, some don't like it so much. Yeah. So not only does this comic divide divide the Marvel Universe, but also pretty much divides the fan base. So I want to hear your comments below. Do you prefer the movie over the comic, or do you think the comic was fine and shouldn't have been touched? Or the movie should have been completely loyal to the source material? And shouldn't have changed anything? Comment below, let me know, and that's it for today, I guess, and I'll catch you guys later.